in this video, I am going to go through 2 nights at Halloween Horror Nights, as well as 1 day. Yes, I said 1 day. You are going to get to hear my thoughts on all 10 of the haunted houses, all of the scare zones, both Streetmosphere events, and no shows. I didn't do the shows because one, Nightmare Fuel is just not my thing. A lot of people love it, and that's great, and I love that for them. Personally, not my type of entertainment, though, so that's okay. I didn't go. And I didn't get around to watching the Lagoon show, which I am a little mad at myself about, but it is what it is. I had too much fun in some of the scare zones to make it over to the Lagoon show ever. You'll also get to hear me talk about a few of the food items. Not a lot, but a few. And you will get to see pictures from inside the houses, well, 3 of the houses, because I do the 3-hour Unmasking the Horror Tour. The way I set up my HHN trip is I do a night at HHN, so I'm completely surprised in all the houses. Then I do the Unmasking the Horror Tour the next morning, followed by going back to HHN that night. So then I can go through the houses that I saw in the tour and get to experience them on a different level because I have the background information. So if any of this sounds interesting to you, please stick around and watch the rest of the video. Now to HHN. You're gonna love, in the middle of HHN, a rainbow, a double rainbow actually. It's so fun. Five Nights at Freddy's is an 8 out of 10. You will learn that these numbers mean very little in my final ranking. Was it scary? Not at all. Was it aesthetically super impressive and so fun to walk through? 1000%. Terrifier is actually 10 out of 10. No notes. It is perfectly disgusting. I don't even love the Terrifier movies. I think they're very overrated, but that house is just so much fun. It is great that, like, my group, I don't know if everybody's doing this, was all singing the Clown Cafe song. And in the wet path, you get wet, but not gross. You get wet, but not gross. Grave of Flesh, 5 out of 10. Not loving it. It's very pretty, not super scary, but this is my night 1. Tomorrow morning I do Unmasking the Horror Tour, and that's one of the houses on my tour. I'm really excited to get the backstory and see how I feel about this afterwards, because that happened last year to me with Triplets of Terror, where I didn't love it the first time through, then I loved it after the story. So we'll see tomorrow if this moves up from 5 out of 10. Wagon 6 is going to get 7 out of 10. It isn't kind of particularly scary, but I love the costumes. Now, I don't know much about the Wagon 6. I watched a YouTube video about it. I'm not a huge wrestling fan, so I wasn't sure how it was going to translate into a house, but I really enjoyed it. Like I said, loved the costumes, loved the detailing. There are a few good jumps in there. I saw them coming though, and I think part of it was I had a bad run. The people in front of me were walking really, really slow, so they got all the scares and I just kind of saw them all, which is fine because they got to enjoy the scare. And for the most part, I laugh walking through the houses because I think it's fun. But yeah, 8 out of 10 for, no, 7 out of 10. It's 7, right? Yes, 7 out of 10. Maybe it is an 8 out of 10 then. But whatever it is, Wyatt 6 was a good house, and wrestling translates well into a house. This was my most anticipated house. Let's see if it lives up to it. So Jason Universe, 10 out of 10. I absolutely loved it. I wanted to see every iteration, which you don't get to do, but seeing one of my favorite slashers brought to life was everything. All the Jasons in there are perfectly cast, nice and big, nice and scary. We love that. Very, very fun house if you are a classic slasher fan like I am. I love Jason so much. Guys, there is a crowd in Club Horror. I think it means art. It does. Monsters of the North was a good house. It was not great. It's one that I wish was on the tour that I'm doing because I would love to know the story behind this house. I enjoyed the Wicker Man-esque section of the house. If you get it, you get it. But yeah, like the masks were really cool. It wasn't anything like overwhelmingly special compared to other houses I've seen in the past. So I'm gonna give it 6 out of 10. The Fallout house was good. I actually got very into the Fallout lore leading up to this because I'm not a gamer. So I've never played the games. I watched the show. I liked the show. So then I started kind of deep diving more into Fallout. And while the house was good, the main thing that I was personally missing was I actually would have liked it to start out like happy and cheerful and chipper and have okie dokie Lucy at the beginning. And we don't get that. You jump right into the chaos. There were some good scares in there. They got me twice. So bonus points for that. It's definitely a house that I ended up liking a lot more than I thought I would. But it's also, again, nothing makes it better than houses I've seen in other years. So Fallout is gonna get 7 out of 10 from me.
from lands near and far. Tonight, we shall emerge from the darkness and shadows. Tonight, we shall celebrate as our cousins gather as one. As for you, unique and distinct wonderfuls, we appear to trade the sweet essence of the soul crave. As you are a feast, drink my fellow bloodsuckers, drink and be merry.
Let's Play Dead. I was super hyped for it and I loved it. I loved every second of it. It is a 9 out of 10. I feel like we met Sid's child, Sid from Toy Story. I loved that house. I thought it was so creative. It was just fun, some good scares, lots of great costumes, and it's honestly the first one where I'm really impressed with the set. HHN's Demon Bounty Hunters was good. It's another one I'm getting the tour of, so I'm going to get the backstory, and I'm hoping I'm going to like it more. It was good. It had some good scares. The thing I will say the most about it is the actors were so committed in that house. They wanted to get you, and I love that about the scare actors at HHN, is that they really want to give you that experience. So HHN Chains right now is going to sit at a 6 out of 10. We'll see how we feel tomorrow after we do the tour. Spanish Haunting, 15 out of 10. 15 out of 10. It's everything I love about HHN. It has the most gorgeous set design. And this whole time I was thinking, nothing has the set design like they normally do. El Artista has it. It has great scares. It has a great story. It is my number one house at the end of night one. So what is the Unmasking the Horror Tour? The Unmasking the Horror Tour is a tour that takes you into the houses with the lights on. You can do a 3-hour or a 6-hour tour. On the 3-hour tour, you get to see 3 houses. On the 6-hour tour, you get to see 6 houses. They are different houses on both tours. And there usually is one house that is not included in either of the tours. This year, it was Five Nights at Freddy's. I've only ever done the 3-hour tour. In the future, I might do both, but so far I've only done the 3-hour tour. The reason I love these tours is you get more story. You get to see the little hidden details all throughout the house, and that can make the difference in how you feel about the house. Like last year, Triplets of Terror, I didn't really love it the first time I walked through it. But after doing the tour and going through Triplets of Terror with all this backstory, loved that house. Loved it so much. And that is something that can happen every year when I get the information. This year, it wasn't that drastic of a change in any of my rankings, but I got to go through Grave of Flesh, Hatchet and Chains, Demon Bounty Hunters, and Dolls Let's Play Dead, which I was really excited for to begin with. Those houses were really unique and interesting. Now, we can't take video on the tour, but we can take pictures. So here are some pictures inside the houses. Let's take these off. Okay. I just had an amazing Gawkin run. Absolutely amazing. It was so good. The scare actors were absolutely phenomenal. There was one that got me from like 3 separate boo holes. That run was amazing. Gawkin is now at a 9 out of 10 for me. I wish I knew the backstory. It's the only complaint I got is I don't know the backstory because it wasn't on my tour, but I loved it. Okay, Fallout. Same impression as I did the first night. I wish it started with the bright colors and the happiness of the Vault 33 and everything, and Lucy with the okie dokie. It doesn't. It starts right in the action, which is cool, and it gets you more scares, but I wish it started with the happy stuff and then went to the scares. But that's my opinion. It is a 7 or 8 out of 10. I don't remember what I said last night, but we'll go back and check and find an average. But yeah, 7, 8 out of 10. I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because it does a really good job with giving you the story from the show. And if you can't tell, it's pouring rain today. I just had a great Hatchet and Chains run. It was not crowded at all, so they were actually able to pulse us, which if you don't know, usually it's a conga line, one right after the other. But we were able to go with like a little gap in between us, which is super cool because then we all got the scares. So that was super fun. I'm gonna give it Hatchet and Chains an 8 out of 10. Still not my favorite house that I've ever been through. Went up though, knowing the backstory, because there is a really cool backstory with the good guy and the bad guy teaming up, fighting the demons. Love it. Love all the little details after the tour, and had a great walkthrough. Now let's do Dolls Let's Play Dead. Dolls Let's Play Dead is a 9 out of 10 for me. I love this house. I loved this house last night. I love a good creepy doll. After doing the tour today, I loved it even more because I was able to pay attention to the little things and pick up on different scares that I didn't realize were there last night when I went through. That's actually why I always do the tour the way I do it, where I go one night so that I'm completely blind. I get to see every house just as is, first impression, what I notice. Then I get the backstories. I find out a little more details, and then I come back the next day and I appreciate the houses so much more. At this point in time, I've only ever done the 3-hour tour. Maybe next year I'll do both tours because there's the 3-hour and the 6-hour. But I love the tours. I find them totally worth the money. And Dolls Let's Play Dead is just such a fun house. It's so fun. It's so well done. The artistry is incredible. The scares are great. You're probably like, why is it not really a 10 out of 10? Well, because of another original house that we haven't gotten to in night 2 yet. But El Artista, after walking through that last night, I don't feel like it's fair to give any other house a 10 out of 10. That house is something special. We found a dry spot to try some food. So I got the Temper Tantrum Tendies. We did the ones with the mesquite barbecue sauce. So looks like a pretty standard tendy. There is more sauce on the side, so first and foremost, great tendy. It is cooked very well. It's nice and fresh. There is such a crunch to the outside of it, which makes it perfect. The drizzle on the top of it has quite a kick. It's a really nice, pleasant surprise. And like I said, there is a dipping sauce on the side too. So you got a little with the dipping sauce on the side. I'm usually scared of HHN food. That is delicious. The barbecue sauce is sweet yet tangy and has a kick to it too. It encompasses all these flavors of the mesquite barbecue, the spiciness of it. It's really well balanced. I don't find it overbearing, but I do like spice. Now, if you're somebody who doesn't like spice, this may not be for you. But I really like them. I would say that this is a hit with some HHN food, which is a first for me. Got the single serve, very scary to try. It's tart, but not a bad tart. You taste the blackberry syrup a lot. So if you're not a blackberry fan, not gonna be for you. It is good. The liquor in its vodka, which is what I tend to prefer. Very scary. It's a good drink, it's a solid drink. Like I said, it's tart though. That's gonna be the main word for this one. So if you don't like tart, not for you. So we got the Artist Palette churros to try. They're super tiny, like very thin, not what I was expecting. Let's try the churro plain before we try the dipping sauces. So it's a good churro. There's a nice crispiness to it. There's just like the perfect amount of cinnamon sugar on it. So it's very, very good. They look like French fries almost, but they are churros. So let's try the dipping sauces. There's 3 of them. There's a raspberry, caramel, and like a vanilla custard. I think I'm only gonna like the caramel. So the raspberry's up first. Now, it's a very thick sauce, like dipping it in was hard to do. So we like a thick sauce. So it's okay, in my opinion. It's very tart. You taste a lot of the raspberry flavor. It's a good jam, but it's just Raspberry is not a flavor that I tend to like in anything but iced tea. So that's just my opinion. Next up, we have the vanilla custard. It's a nice creamy sauce. Yeah, that's surprisingly good. I don't know what to really compare it to. It's like a good, thick vanilla pudding. I don't hate it. I'm not mad at it. And then we've got the caramel sauce. It's a caramel sauce. If you're a caramel person like I am, you're going to think it's delicious because it is. It's a caramel sauce. But what I'm going to say, and it might be a little controversial, these don't even need the dipping sauces. So you just like churros if you just want like a sweet little treat. Artist palette is a good option. On the side of the scare zones and watch them because it's so much fun.
I think we walked past it.
Back by the HHN bar is the only place you're gonna find the little girl from Dolls Let's Play Dead. She actually does not appear in the house at all. That was something that I didn't realize until taking the tour earlier. You're never actually gonna see her. So if you wanna see her, you gotta come over to the HHN bar. Yummy, looks delicious. Oh, yummy. Jason Universe stays a 10 out of 10. That house is just so good. Little girl Colleen, who has loved horror my whole life, is living for this. The original slashers are so special for me, and seeing Jason brought to life is everything. And the house is done so well, and there is a part in it where literally no one is safe, and I got good at that point. It's just, that's the thing with HHN, is a lot of times you're living out your dreams, the things that you've loved your whole life. And for me, Jason Voorhees has been something that I have been watching forever. It started with it airing on like AMC at Halloween and seeing it with commercials, to owning the entire series and watching it every Friday the 13th that exists. I love these movies. I love this house. Jason Universe is a 10 out of 10.
Breaking news, folks. Mutations plague the streets of our city, turning people into monsters or something.
Get out of here! What is this, pony pig?
Not, I should get out of here.
Baby,
Alright.
you got white on your shoes too, honey. I don't want those to turn all green.
I mean, green's my favorite color, though.
Oh, well, that's good. Then we can be matching.
Yeah, totally. We'll be twinning. I'll come back after I'm green. Alright. Thank you. Hello again. Okay, second walkthrough of Terrifier. We're gonna give it an 8 out of 10. 10 out of 10 was generous. I think it was just fun. I think I had a really good group yesterday when I did it. Tonight, I didn't have as fun of a group, and I think that made the difference. That house smells atrocious. It smells so bad. But it is a good house. It is fun. It is very similar to the movies. But a 10 out of 10 was a little extra, and I think a lot of it had to do with the group I was with, because I think the singing of Clown Cafe yesterday together really just put it over the top. Grave of Flesh. Now, this is one that I got the tour of. So I got more of the backstory about how we have died. So as soon as you walk in through the cemetery, look up because you see the headstone where we are buried underneath. And we are going through the dirt. And it smells like dirt, which is interesting. It is not aesthetically as beautiful as I like HHN houses to be. There isn't also much of a backstory to it. I'm gonna move it up a point just because I like the detail of like the headstone and stuff that I know now, but it really is just a 6 out of 10. I love the Y&6 house. I just had such an amazing run. It is a 9 out of 10 now. I had a point where 2 of the scare actors were coming at me from both sides. One of my favorite things with this house is they get up in your face. Now they're not allowed to touch you, but they get up in your face, which just gives this extra level to it. And I don't know wrestling, as I've said before, but this house is so good. I watched one YouTube video about their history and their story, and this house is, I don't even know how to really explain it. It's that good. That run that I had was just phenomenal. Bravo to all the scare actors. So the FNAF house, I love that house. It is not scary at all. There are very few jump scares. There's very few things in it at all that would be considered scary in my opinion. I am so impressed with the puppets and animatronics though, and I really hope they don't go away. I hope they find a use for them. I hope there's a ride. I hope there's something because they make that house an 8 out of 10. El Artista, a Spanish haunting, 20 out of 10. Yeah, it went up. It went up. That house is breathtaking. It is one of my favorite houses that I've ever seen. It is next level. It is the best house at this event. And I can't say enough about how beautiful it is, how well timed the scares are, and just everything about that house is perfection in my opinion. So pros and cons of HHN 34 2025. Pros, El Artista, Spanish haunting, phenomenal. Jason Universe, phenomenal. Those 2 houses were the best in my opinion. I love them so much. The puppets and the animatronics in Five Nights at Freddy's, an absolute pro to the event. The chicken tendies, pro. Those were really good. The cons, the crowd. The crowd is massive this year, and it's a different vibe than I've gotten in past years. I personally think Terrifier brought in a whole bunch of new people, and I want to say, talking in the houses, not cool. Trying to video record or take pictures in the houses when not on Unmasking the Horror Tour, not cool. Running and pushing people, not cool. Screaming in scare actors' faces, really not cool. We need to have respect. This event is amazing and it's special and it's something I look forward to every single year. But a lot of the people this year made it very stressful. There's also the whole thing with the Rip Ride Rocket being redone. Personally, I think they should have waited till after HHN to start the construction, but they didn't. It creates for a lot of congestion, a lot of chaos, and a lot more walking. So that is a con to this year. But HHN, like I said, is special, and I love this event. And I will probably be back next year, even though I am exhausted and overwhelmed right now. I love HHN. And if you loved this video, please like, subscribe, and share, and follow along on all my journeys, and get some mental health tips while you're at it. And I hope you find your magical balance.